Taysom will still have a point in this game because I think he did get fully finished and eliminated. You're squeezing Trulex, already taken out Thomas HD, and now he's fully finished too. I'm curious to see if Kalush is nearby because maybe that's his arrow on the left side near the henchman drop spot and load out. I mean, he might have a heavy sniper already. It's gone.
Multiple, I think it's a three-way fight for them too, as this one continues. Up on top, Kappa tries to peek through Rayad, trying to break into his box, but the trade is for Letwick, and he gets that floor as well. He's going to drop down, I think, engaged in a little bit of a 50-50, but now he's stuck. Letwick has got to get in with him, and they do get in on this box of Kappa. Can they break the stairs? Yes, they find that one, and on the backside, Letwick runs right back into that box, and they clean up the fights in good fashion. The 2-0 start from Letwick and Kiriachi, now back on the leaderboard.
With expert decision making by Kiriachi and Letwick, there was no chance for this duo to survive whatsoever. Now we have the first look into Nitro CRR after drop. They're moving immediately onto inland, onto Nems and Dako. Dako, we saw him in week 4 be so instrumental in stopping people's games before they got to finish. Everyone who was just ready off of mid-ground finally stabilized Dako at the back of their box with an AR. Height, staying true, staying happy. Dako in the zone with floppers. Now a different POV, we see him in mid-game. We're slightly early, getting pressured out, no shields, taking shots on a wooden box. He's looking scared.
And while another team does come in, and that's exactly what I was about to allude to, as it's iDrop and Mr. Savage who push in on this, and possibly hearing that grappler earlier on from CRR is going to be that cue for them to get involved in this fight, but no, they base up instantly. I was going to say, such good positioning from Nitro and CRR to put themselves in between the two, have one sandwich in between themselves, and then pressure the guy who's trying desperately, Dako, to get back to his teammate. They're going to bounce on out of here with that launch pad. And they do get pressured a little bit, but with the shield, it should be okay.
Everyone's still in this 15 to 20 point range, looking to just get away from the competition. Here's Raisin Joey against Trip RNN.
Tripburn, such a strong player, but Kiriachi and Letwick in their heat were the only people to hold first place in their heat from start to finish, from game 1 to game 6. But this time they're not at the top, so we'll see how relevant this is. If they can get back up to the top, maybe they can maintain, but it does show how consistent they can be. But in grand finals,
above Surge, is that because they're not getting enough, or is it because of the entire server keeping up right now while they look for fights? Kluja goes back and reboots Thomas. We saw him go down earlier at that henchman spot at Sweaty Sand, I believe, to not Andalix and Nate, but another duo. Styler, though, jumping right in again. The mid-game box fight duo. Looking to find another point, another 2 possibly. Already damage taken. And they're so close to the box. Meister actually sending Styler in with an RPG. It's not possible to connect, though. And now they're getting third party. Things are getting a little bit too chaotic. He's taking a lot of damage from all sides. Maestro goes down. Finally, as a solo, is taking pressure from all 4 sides. And now the duo is clapping back as well. A mistake possibly from the Wave duo, not the right one to ride as they go down.
And they've been trying so hard to start things off strong, and here they looked for a fight that would be safe to take so that they could get up on Storm Surge. They were below. Escalating just wipes a full team of Leo JT and Josh, one of the pleasant teams. Yes, you have to take fights, but that one was open, and a lot of teams realized immediately that there was a box fight in wood taking place that they could capitalize on. Mr. Savage again going on to Dako, and next another fight. There's all fights on all sides breaking up, and Nas and Ibuhai on one as well against Norwood and next Sweezy. Scully. Oh, this is actually slightly back a little bit as we see that wipe happen again. Here's a Nas and Ibuhai, and they do find the target that they want to pressure. Zone is moving too, so that might even fall in. And he does. Ibuhai finishes him off. Anas now in the cornfield. And on the backside of zone, as Ibuhai is getting closer and closer to Norward. A heavy snipe did go in to make this work for Norward, but he gets out of the box on the backside. He takes some good tags on Ibuhai, and again, a third party coming in through. They thought the cornfield was making it safe for them, but 3 HP now. He's got to back off and take some minis. It's so close, and now it's finishing that off. But danger, they're not out of the corn yet, as the team is spraying through, desperately trying to find Ibuhai, which they know is low.
I thought it'd be a little bit more shambles with 3 HP with that far to go, but with 2 floppers, he'll be straight back up to 100. We'll have no issues flying out.
Prior FNCS champion and Nate and Alex are pressuring. If you look down there, look how many teams. Letchi Wolfies, Kiriachi and Letwick again against the winners. Trulex and Queasy, we're gonna hop right into this fight as Kiriachi and Letwick pinch Trulex down. He's out, possibly eliminated too. He holds on though, he's gonna fire an RPG into it. Letwick blocks. And thankfully, because that could have done major damage, possibly could have eliminated him with how low he was. He quickly gets the Slurpfish up. Queasy now low. It's Chase now moving forward as well. Over again, I saw Aqua once again going down in the feed. Yes, here it is. It's Nyrox and Bad Sniper taking some solace in game 2 here as they went down early in the other one. Stompy gets right back in the zone. He's so low though.
Reminiscent of the Trios FNCS Grand Finals, the first 3 games, Stompy, Aqua not finding their footing, and right now Bad Sniper is going to be the one right on top of them. This is not Frosty Flights though, this is the high ground, and this is the best POI you could possibly have uncontested, the Grotto. So not finding your footing in the first 3 games, is it already over? Is the big question looming on people's minds. They are really good at adjusting, but the RPG bait, he had the option.
Super topical. A stat on Stompy and Aqua, because when they do get these wins in games, they end up following it up with more wins and more points. Like we saw out of Aqua in World Cup, like we saw in Trios FNCS when they had to come from behind win to claim the championship in that season. This time, first 2 games don't look good for them, but like we saw in Sunday Finals, they also had slow starts to make it really, really good for them.
Those slow starts were due to drop spot issues though, and I don't think I see anything from that drop spot. At least 100% in Trios, it was about them getting contested, beamed out of the sky. They adjusted, landing on polar peaks, then coming into their spot. At the Grotto, it feels like it's free. They just got pushed on a mountain last time. I feel like they're just missing their shots, losing box fights.
Well, while history does and grand finals might be a little bit more relevant, this is a new meta, and what we've seen from Sunday Finals is that they have had slow starts no matter having Grotto or not.
True.
So we'll have to see if they can recover. Bad Sniper and Nyrox were the people who had their hands in Aqua and Stompy falling early. They're now in a fight against Magellan and Mexer, who have looked like they just wanted the path. Bad Sniper and them are going to follow it up, though, and a big Brutish drum gun in the box. One goes up as the other is holding on. They do get into it, and it's a full wipe from Mexer, but Bad Sniper gets traded. Magel coming right back into it. And a good trade, as they now have 5 total points all in this game after falling off spawn. But Nyrox loses his life to an RPG of Magel, and he's still chasing. He wants to make sure that he can pick up his teammate, but I don't think he can, and he gets fully wiped. Are probably the only players, as well as Toos, who give them the opportunity, and there it is. Toos gets a little too close to the double heavy sniper of Anas and Ibuhai, and they follow up. I was going to say, because they don't have too much vision on a lot of different teams in this because of the mountain in their way as they mountain goat on the side. They still find more. Wakey and Snappy, though, on high ground with the boom boat, and we've seen this story before. No Stompy and Aqua to take this from them. Is this starting to look like a win for Wakey and Snappy? I see Verox and Maxi right underneath them, also a threat.
And then being up here, not with a minigun, but with a boom bow, it's kind of a different pressure, because the first person that's going to get tagged by it is not going to expect it. The whole lobby can't hear it. There it is on launch pads as well. You can get so many group shots, so the damage here is going to be catastrophic from Wakey and Snappy up top. And more people are launching. Will they see beams over here? Wakey will try and not actually connect. So many people already just flown past so fast. Mexi and Verox get out of there as well, and finally Wakey and Snappy put down enough pressure to get a launch pad. Just Wakey though, Snappy's all the way up front, building out for his dual partner. He catches up quick, and then he looks back for any shots, but the server's already moved on.
But you can see exactly what he was doing. He was making sure there was nobody trying to pressure, nobody trying to take sneaky flopper plays on heights. And I think he accomplished his mission. Buhai and Anas with 4 eliminations so far in this game. They made it towards the end game as last, but I don't believe they got too many placements. I think it was mostly eliminations for them. A lot of different teams still threats in this. Cami and Kubex, definitely a consistent team. Nathan and Alex. Raxo, and here's Kiriachi. Also a threat. He is on to Verox, and I'm not sure if Mexi is still alive in this one. Yes, he is, but low HP. Kiriachi has a little bit to play with. There's Raxo taking out Nitro and CRR, I believe. Yes, both of them down.
And now he is the low ground warrior in control, taking out one of the most aggressive and just star-started duos when they get to this position. There is a bridge coming up though, so if he gets trapped underneath it, that could be a big problem. Playing towards that river with a low mat count as well, if it's the wrong-sided current, that could prove disastrous. He falls lower and lower as there's no one else left on that position, on that layer. We tune back in with Snappy and Wakey up top with an RPG, so many rockets left. A heavy sniper there for the combo as well. And they're not finding any success in too many eliminations, just 1 point so far. Are they falling behind the rest of the server?
And now as we get closest to 8th zone, the 15-player threshold, team threshold for placement points that starts raining true come in. Verox connects with one, so he's still alive, even though they were so low. Mr. Savage loses his teammate, iDrop, but up by himself, one of the solos that can definitely perform time and time again. And he is going to have an RPG to work with as well, but no builds, no mats, no materials. Nate is right in front of him. Andalex as well. He does connect twice on a good form for Andalex. Another team coming in. It's Koji, and he gets him, but not before falling to Rezon. Oh my goodness, it's carnage down on low.
This is what happens when a height gets the advantage on the rest of the server, and then the entire zone pulls straight up off a cliff, off a mountain. People get struggles, people get stuck, and Anas now has the best POV with a big tack and is landing shots time and time again, trapping people in zone. That could be huge and prove big dividends, but the zone just bounces back, gives them a little bit of a chance to breathe and survive. People are left. It's a 2v2, I think, finally. No, he's a solo. He's going to try to clutch. It's a solo game.
Anas, Kubex, Raxo, same team, and I believe Wakey, the last player up on heights. We get to see this zone as it bounces down for Raxo. He has a little bit more to work with. And there we catch up in the Elim feed. Don't look at those. It's still a 1 versus 1 versus 1. And so many teams down the low ground. Raxo almost gets in an awkward layer. This is going to go the distance.
This is going to take a long time indeed. We have 1 minute before that zone finally closes in. No one getting shots off. Everyone has those replenished mats, as we saw a big fight break down before in the 8th zone. Raxo trying to survive with the skin of his teeth, just 22 HP, 20 actually, has so many shields. But at this point in the game, do you have the time to pop them off, changing layers to stay hidden? Does he have the opportunity here? Finally, 2 people go down. Anas now left over, eradicating the people up top on height. No, actually, down low. It's going to be the height time. That's looking downwards onto Anas. Possibly has time to pop the big. Not going to be close enough. Has a lot of materials. Might go for the high ground play. Here it is, the retake coming in. Double 90s. Gets Harry Potter stuck underneath him. It's Wakey on top. Gets the cone off, but Wakey dodges it. Moving over to the right, the pumps trade. He gets the lesser half of it, though. Wakey still has a flopper. Pops it. Anas, 2 seconds left in the zone. Flubs the build, and Wakey has the boom bow. Does not need to use it.
And see, it's Rezon and Dietrix who take first place now. Raxo and Artur who fragged out in second. It's a tie game at the top. Nexi and Verox as well combined for a couple more points to push themselves over Queasy and Trulex out of game 1.